How have you been? I hope you can see me well. I'm filming in what remains of daylight. It's about to get dark really soon, and I just realized I wasn't looking at the camera when I said hello, so hello again. Let me know if you can see me. It's kind of a little bit messy here because I was just doing my makeup on a TikTok live, and I feel like I have the makeup products left here in quite a mess. Let me just put them away so that they're not distracting us too much. Are they just distracting me though? Or are they distracting somebody else? I don't know. But just in case. Okay, so we are here to discuss the makeup news, of course, what has been released in the colorful makeup world, and we will see that in a moment. I'm actually using another phone to go live this time because the quality last time was not good. I don't think that was because of the phone. I feel like that was because um, there were other people in the household who were actively using the internet in this time, and I just asked them not to that this time. It was that time, just asked them not to this time. However, it might also be the phone. So I kind of transferred all the screenshots that I made to the other phone, and I'm using this phone to go live, so hopefully it will go well. And okay, let me see how that was transferred in what order. All right. All right. So, what has there been in colorful makeup in the last couple of weeks since we've seen each other? So first of all, by the way, the photos are mainly from the Trend Mood account. I feel like the brightness is too high, right? Just maybe that's the brightness. Oh, oh man, it's so glitchy. I pressed somewhere. Okay, okay. Yeah, I feel like it's the lighting that is poor here. By the way, all the photos are from the mostly, not all, but mostly from the Trend Mood account. Trend Mood 1, you probably know them. And that, I feel like the colors aren't really good. I'm so sorry about that. Okay, so that was the Kylie Wizard of Oz collection, and I feel like it's kind of colorful, but at the same time, kind of not. So, this is the blue and the green eyeshadow there, but then the rest are maybe more of a neutral kind. There are some reds, but mainly dark. I do like the brushes. The lipsticks are mostly red and kind of neutral. Then there is also this green thing, which is a lip oil, but it's not actually green. It will be kind of transparent, I think, with a little bit of green sparkle, if I'm not mistaken. Then we have this huge palette by Be Perfect Cosmetics. And this is like a rainbow palette, but also a grayscale palette. You see, so like there's a part rainbow and part gray. They have some close-ups as well. Some shades are shimmery, some shades are matte. Actually, they're mostly matte. And like the colors are really fun. I would say they also have the brushes in this collection. I would say if this were my only palette, if this were like my first palette, and I didn't really have a lot of colors, or maybe like I had like one small palette besides it, I would have gotten it. Otherwise, I feel like that's a little bit unneeded for somebody who already has a lot of palettes. So that's maybe great for somebody who doesn't have a lot, or for makeup artists. And I also am not really that much enjoying, the grays in the palette. So I feel like this is not the one for me. The colors are getting darker and darker, aren't they? Because it's getting dark outside. I really wanted to go a lot earlier, but I couldn't. But I couldn't. I don't know. Should I turn on the light? Should I turn on the electric light? Will it be better? I don't know, guys. Let me try. Let me try. So yeah, that's obviously lighter, but can you see me in this light? I guess you can, but I'm kind of dark as opposed to my background. Oh my god, that's insane. That's insane. However, can you see the pictures better? That's like the most important part, I guess. I feel like you can see them slightly better. I definitely need to work on my lighting next time, but I still have some coming from the window. Okay, so now we're done with the Be Perfect Cosmetics. Then we have these brushes. Let me show you the close-ups. See, this brush is in the form of cutlery. And this is actually quite cute because this is from Beauty Bakery Makeup. So they did something that has to do with bakery. But guys, please never stick your brushes in the ice cream like that. The brush holder is an apron. I just thought it was kind of fun to show you. I personally would not get these brushes, but I feel like they're fun. And also the Kaleidos makeup, they launched a contouring, like two contouring palettes, not just a contouring palette, but two contouring palettes for different skin tones. So this one is for deeper skin tones, like contour and highlight palette. This one is for lighter skin tones. I feel like this will really be awesome for somebody who uses contouring a lot. I don't do contouring a lot. I do it like twice a year. So the eyeshadows that I have for contouring are like more than enough for me. And this is, by the way, the Wizard of Oz. Again, just wanted to show you the brushes a little closer up. And this is, of course, the elephant in the room, the Jeffree Star Psychedelic Circus palette. And not just the palette, the whole collection. So these are the swatches of the palette. This is a lip balm, which is kind of more or less transparent. And these are the liquid lipsticks. I am dying to get. I hope they have some Black Friday deals and that I will actually be able to get something for Black Friday deals, because that's not for sure. And also they are having some liquid eyeshadows. That is not a product for me. I have a whole video on the Psychedelic Circus palette, because the first comment that I read about it, and I've read that in many comments afterwards, that it was very similar to the Jawbreaker palette, but I have analyzed it like shade by shade. I went through all of the shades in the Psychedelic palette and compared them to the Jawbreaker, and let me tell you, they're not as similar as you think. They are just not. Mm, they might seem similar. I feel like maybe because of the packaging. The packaging is so colorful and so rainbow. Of course, they're both colorful kind of rainbow palettes, but not all colorful palettes are the same. So go watch my video on my channel about the Psychedelic Circus palette. You will see the comparison shade by shade. You will also see more comments about the collection. So I did all of that. Let me know what you think. And oh, they also have these mushroom mirrors there. Like, these are so fun. By the way, you know what's interesting? I have that like psychedelic in the name of the video, and also mm, I had this in some shorts, and I also was talking about it on TikTok. And like whenever that happened, there were some spammers popping in and offering me to buy mushrooms or something like that. So it seems like the word psychedelic is kind of like a trigger to them. They have some kind of filter on it. Oh, jeez, it's so annoying to me that there is almost no light. But okay. So, and this is, oh my god, I forgot the name of, okay. This is the Give Me Glow Cosmetics, and the Give Me Glow Cosmetics launched a pumpkin palette, and everybody was like, what? Why did they launch a pumpkin palette after Halloween? But come on, guys. First of all, life happens, and launches get delayed. A launch is not something that you do in a month or in 2 months. It's something that you're working on for like at least a year or maybe even more. And if there is a delay in some point, like in manufacturing, it can very easily get delayed. That was the explanation from the brand. They said they wanted to launch it on Black Friday, and that usually they don't have a lot of sales on like Halloween either, because everybody's waiting for Black Friday. So that kind of makes sense. But I feel like this is a great, palette for any time of the year. I personally don't think that we just, should use some makeup just for Halloween or just for Christmas or just for summer, just for winter. I feel like it will just be great, and then you can also use it for next Halloween. So I really like this palette, though. Oops, sorry. I probably will not be getting it because of too many oranges and browns, and because I kind of already have these greens. But I think it's a great palette anyway. Then we have the Kiko Milano collection, which I'm hoping we will get in stores here soon, so that I can film another Kiko Milano video for you guys, where I will be filming the stand, like swatching all the stuff and telling you about it. But honestly, like, my personal opinion on the collection is quite boring, once again. So the packaging is nice. The Kiko Milano packaging is always like very, very pretty, but the palettes, the lipsticks, they're kind of boring. Then we have the Nimia palette from Nikki Tutorials. Nimia is a brand owned by Nikki Tutorials, and she launched her first palette. So before they had some face products, they had the primer, they had the cooling under eye stick, they had stuff like that, and now they finally launched the first palette. And well, for me, it's just not the thing for me. It's just not the thing for me. So it's too neutral. I get the color scheme. A lot of people don't get the color scheme, but first of all, I feel like oranges and blues are pretty classical together. And second, it is the packaging of her brand. Their colors are orange and blue, and this is also, a very Dutch color scheme, and Nikki Tutorials is Dutch. So that makes total sense, the blues and the oranges, but I feel like there are like way too many neutrals. There are way too many neutrals. I would probably add like more oranges and more blues in here if I were her, but maybe that sells better. So who am I to say, right? She obviously knows a lot more about eyeshadow palettes than I do. Seeing how many of them she has reviewed in the past. Should I like put on another light? Am I already in the dark? Can you still see me? Oh jeez, I'm so annoyed. I'm so annoyed at the daylight that is going away so fast. Oh my goodness. I don't know, I have a couple of other lights here, but I'm not sure if they will like ruin all the colors. Okay. Uh, I don't know if that's worth showing, but okay, this is the Light Slacker, their collection. Not bad. Don't have many comments on this. And this, oh my god, guys. This is the Hip Dot collaboration with SpongeBob, obviously. And these are the figurines. But these are not just the figurines, they're not the packaging. The figurine itself is the actual eye pigment, like pressed pigment. So to apply pigment to your eyes, you kind of take the SpongeBob figurine and you go over your eye. Or like you stick the brush in SpongeBob. Who needs that? How is that convenient to use? Or if you just want a SpongeBob figurine, like would you really want it to be made of eyeshadow basically? I don't know. This is the Colourpop and Mariale. I hope I'm saying that right. This is the new collection, like one of their new collections. They've had already a bunch since we last talked, and I really like it. I mean, the palette colors are unicornish. They are really nice. There are not too many neutrals this time, so there's actually some color going on there. The blues, the magentas, like really cute. The shimmers, then these are the blushes, and then these are the eyeliners. I love that they have colorful eyeliners in this one. And then also the lipstick. Well, the lipsticks are kind of boring to me in this Colourpop and Mariale collection. I hope I'm saying it right. Then also the rhinestones, which is self-glued. I usually prefer the ones that are just loose in a jar that I can glue myself. And there's also like, what is this? A lip gloss. I thought this was a lip. Oh, that's a lip gloss. Kind of, that's a cute collection. I think that's a cute collection. And this. We have these new palettes from P. Louise, and you're probably thinking, okay, Julia should like these. How colorful, seeing how colorful they are. I kind of like them, but not exactly. Not exactly. And I'll tell you why, because these are the all matte palettes, and I feel like a lot of colors in here are just like I'm just trying to make it not too bright, kind of show you the color. A lot of colors here are just excessive. Like look at these three pinks. Look at them. It's almost the same color. Look at, I don't know, at this color, for example, or this color. This color is basically a mixture of these two. So you can easily take a few colors out of here, like out of these three pinks. I would just leave one. You can easily take a few colors out, or like these two are super similar, and you can just get these colors by blending two other in the palettes. Like it's really easy. I feel like that's just too much. Even if you're a makeup artist, I feel like you don't need that many colors in one palette. Like maybe you do. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I would not want that like excessive colors. Look at these three pinks. Look at these two. Hmm? And then the same with the blue and green palette. So once again, for example, this color is a mixture of these two, or like show if there is a close up here. No, sorry. This color right here is a mixture of these two. So I feel like it's just excessive. It's just excessive. Like you are paying money for another eyeshadow that you really don't need. Just my opinion though. Okay, so then there is another Colourpop release, which is their makeup line. to match the hair dye event. So these are actually, like, these in the jars are hair dyes. This was called main event, I think. And this is the makeup collection to match that main event, and it's actually really nice. I think it's really pretty. So these are the palettes, the quads, like the monochrome quads. And then this is like, oh, this stole my heart. I'm a sucker for colorful mascaras. Like, I'm wearing blue one at the moment. Not sure if this is seen because the lighting sucks right now. But the steel mascara, oh my goodness, it's calling my name. And also this magenta mascara, like, they are so pretty. They're so beautiful. I would totally get this teal mascara. I don't know, maybe on Black Friday I will. Also, these gel eyeliners, like, look at the colors. I think they are really, really pretty. And all this matches the hair dye. So I think that's a cute collection from Colourpop again. And once again, Colourpop once more. Colourpop launches a lot of stuff. We all know that. And this is a Muppets collection, which once again I also really like. So this is a color story that is kind of different. So they have the reds and greens that people, like, usually do for Christmas. Look at the packaging too. Like, the packaging is so cute. This is the Super Shock eyeshadow, like one of them. And they have a bunch here. They have four. And here is the palette. I mean, it does have the greens and reds that are quite typical in makeup brands for Christmas. However, it also has a blues, which is not that typical. And also the greens are, like, very vivid, very bright. They're not just like some swamp greens that you can barely tell that are green, but, like, they're really nice. Also, they added a pink. They added a chartreuse color, which is, I think, which is really great and definitely not typical for this time of year. Of course, they threw in some neutrals. They couldn't do without that. But overall, I think that's a really interesting palette. Like, it's the color story is different from what I've seen elsewhere. Then the lipsticks are more usual, more conventional, and there is also, like, glitter gel in there. Overall, I feel like this is a great collection. I also, like, took some screenshots of the video from the Trend Mood account, and some shades of sparkly, some shades of matte. I really love this, like, lime green color. I think that's a great launch. I think that's a great launch. Let's see the swatches. So that was a good idea, Colourpop, for sure. Okay, that's not one of the releases. Okay, that was my video from TikTok, to be honest. And one more release I wanted to talk to you about that I recently discussed on TikTok, which is kind of a sneaky peeky sneak peek. So it's not really anywhere. I think I saw it on the Trendstopia account, then I tried to find it and it already vanished from there. So I Googled it. I found some images of Google, which are, like, kind of poor quality, but this is the collection that is about to be launched by NYX in collaboration with the Avatar movie. Like, how cool is that? So they seem to have an eyeshadow palette. Sorry, some notifications popping. Okay. They seem to have a nice to have an eyeshadow palette with a nice color story, might I say. So I can't really zoom this in very well because the quality is rather poor, but I see all these blues and purples and some greens and some pinks. Like, that's definitely an interesting eyeshadow palette, though I'm not very keen on eyeshadows from NYX. They don't last on me, so I just don't really like their quality when it comes to lasting power. They apply okay, they blend well, but they don't last. But if you don't have oily lids, that's not going to be a problem for you. I know that a lot of people use NYX eyeshadows and love them. It's just not for me, but you know what. So this seems to be the whole collection. The eyeshadow palette, the face palette. Okay, let me just go one by one, okay? Oh, by the way, here we see some more colors of the eyeshadow palette. I love these colors. And what else do we have? Okay. I feel like I'm scrolling in the wrong direction. Let me just show you the face. Oh, okay. So we have the screenshot. We have the eyeshadow palette here. And we also have the face palette here, which is not very remarkable as the product itself, but I do like the packaging. Then we also seem to have some duochrome lip glosses, huh? These are really interesting. And aside from that, okay, once again, scrolling in the wrong direction, we have some highlighter sticks. Like, yeah, I think these are highlighter sticks. Like, what else do you call them? I love the color range. I love how different they are. We have a blue paint, like a blue face paint that screams Avatar for sure. We have a face like hydrating mist, which is probably a setting spray, I'm guessing. Okay, the glasses again. And there is the whole collection, but there's one more thing I want to show. Hold on, I have the close up somewhere. Oh yeah, the lipsticks. I'm definitely not mad at the lipsticks. I would love if they also had a blue lipstick in that collection, you know, because Avatar is kind of blue themed. But at the same time, I do realize that in the movie the lips weren't blue, so these lipsticks like make a lot of sense. And probably it would have been a wrong decision to launch the blue lipstick. I just would have loved it. But I do totally get why they didn't do that. So yeah, here is the whole collection. I feel like this is just so pretty. How do I get it to okay to show the colors? Like so pretty, so pretty. I cannot wait. I cannot wait for this collection. I really want to get some of it, like not the eyeshadow palette because as I have said, the NYX eyeshadows don't last on me, but I would get a highlighter stick. I would get the lipsticks and I would try out these duochrome lip glosses because oh, they're so nice. I love wearing a lip gloss every now and then, you know, on those no makeup days. So tell me honestly, which of the releases did you like the most? Which you will be getting? Which are your wish list? Which, you know, you would get if you could just magically have them? And also which you don't like maybe, or maybe the ones that you already got. So let me know everything. Let me know what you think of the makeup news, and I will see you in my next live. And of course, check out some videos. I will also see you there. Bye bye, guys.